set, go. Hi boys and girls, I hope you're enjoying your week, and I hope you're doing all your work for your parents and getting some time outside because it's beautiful out right now. I wanted to read a story to you for the holiday coming up, and it's called Winnie the Pooh's Easter. I hope you enjoy it. Winnie the Pooh felt a stirring to see the 100-acre wood in all its new spring finery. The magic of the season was shaking the sleep of winter, so Pooh was climbing the path that led to a very special place called Up There. In the middle of the clearing up there, perched on its large end, sat the biggest egg Pooh had ever seen. My, thought Pooh, that egg is as tall as Christopher Robin, perhaps taller. Its size, however, wasn't the most surprising thing about the egg. It was all violet stripes and bright green squiggles, yellow polka dots, and pink swirls. Pooh laughed out loud. Pooh's very good friends heard him laugh and came to find out just what was so funny. "Oh my goodness," squeaked an amazed piglet. "That is the most very small egg I have ever seen." Gopher squinted and surveyed the egg carefully. "That's some breakfast." "This is nothing," chuckled Tigger, "but I'll bet the look on the chicken's face was something to see. Hoo hoo hoo." "Oh, don't be silly," snapped Rabbit. "It's obvious this egg has nothing to do with chickens or breakfast." "Obvious to whom?" rumbled Eeyore, "if you don't mind my asking." "You mean to tell me none of you knows what sort of egg this is?" demanded Rabbit. "Well," hooted Owl, "it's not an owl egg, I can say that with certainty, and not a small amount of relief." "It's an Easter egg," Rabbit announced triumphantly. There was silence as everyone digested this revelation. "Don't you know?" asked Rabbit. "Easter is a holiday, and it's now. This is the time of year when everyone gives decorated eggs to one another. I have it on very good authority from my distant cousin, who is a personal acquaintance of someone who knows the Easter Bunny's gardener." "Ah," replied Pooh. "Why," muttered Eeyore, "would anyone do a thing like that?" "Well," Rabbit answered, "it seems, at least from what I've been told, that these are very special eggs." "Very special how, Bunny boy?" Tigger wanted to know. "It appears," Rabbit said, "that they can talk." "Ah," said Pooh again. "To be specific," Rabbit sniffed importantly, "they're supposed to say how very much we care for one another." "Humph," said Gopher, "I'll bet this egg says it loud." They all gathered close around the egg and listened carefully. "It's not saying anything now," said Tigger. "But perhaps it's just shy," said Piglet, giving the egg a gentle pat. "I imagine that it feels quite out of place." "Perhaps if we make it feel at home, it'll feel more like talking," Pooh cried. "But how does one make an egg feel at home?" asked Rabbit. Pooh smiled. "I believe I have an idea." It seemed as if no time had passed at all before Pooh's plan was put into effect. It appeared as if the giant egg were no longer the only Easter egg up there. Pooh had painted himself a bubbly pink with baby blue freckles. Tigger had acquired a checkerboard pattern of pastels. Piglet was very, very red, while Owl was sky blue. Gopher had become yellow, and Eeyore now had lavender polka dots. It has to speak sooner or later, doesn't it? I mean, if it's going to say it cares and all. "Maybe we have to tell it how much we care first," suggested Eeyore. "How do we do that?" asked Piglet. "The only proper way to speak to an egg," Owl informed everyone, "is when you are sitting on it." "But," said Tigger, "I wouldn't want anyone sitting on me unless I was pretty sure he knew what he was doing." Everyone began rubbing their shins and scratching their heads, fiercely trying to figure out what they were going to do. Then Rabbit put his arm around Pooh's shoulders. "This time I have a plan, Pooh Bear." "Ah," said Pooh. The next thing Pooh knew, Tigger was standing on top of the egg, tugging on Pooh's paws while Rabbit stood beneath and pushed for all he was worth. But before anyone could get Pooh seated, let alone ask the egg anything, away it went, rolling down the hill, its bright colors shifting like a pinwheel. They chased the rolling egg downhill and up, through rushing streams and muddy spaces, across wide meadows, under bridges, and over valleys until the egg rolled to a halt, spinning around on its side, turning more and more slowly until it finally stopped, with its tip pointing directly at Christopher Robin. "What are you doing with my Easter egg?" he asked. "Delivering it," Pooh suggested with a smile. Well, actually, said Christopher Robin, this is your egg, all of yours. So when's it going to tell us how much it cares? Eeyore demanded. Christopher Robin said, watch. He grasped the huge egg and began to twist the top. The egg slowly began to unscrew. In a moment, Christopher Robin removed the top half of the egg and lifted out another egg, painted to look very much like Winnie the Pooh. One after another, each bit smaller than the last, an egg was in the image of each of Christopher Robin's friends was revealed. I'm going to keep mine next to my bedside table, decided Pooh. Isn't that a strange place for an Easter egg? Asked Christopher Robin. Oh my goodness, not at all, chuckled Pooh. Then the last thing it tells me before I fall asleep at night, and the first thing it says when I open my eyes in the morning will be how much somebody cares. Happy Easter, silly old bear. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and I hope you have a great spring break and a happy Easter. Take care.